You don't have this look on your face.
No, we're good. All right, ready?
Yeah, it is 7:31. I'm gonna call the meeting to order. If everybody could please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Okay. Approval of minutes. Unfortunately, Eric, will clear up a little bit of business. Eric let us know earlier that he might not be able to make it. He's traveling today, and so I think he got caught up in the weather and everything else going on with travel. So can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented. I did review them. I didn't see any substantive changes or anything.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next up, refunds. So there's an updated refund list, so if you checked by email.
I did. Thank you.
I did not manage to send the email. So the
Oh, that's-
paper copy right now, so
I saw it in the email. It's updated from the email.
yeah, it's updated from the email. That's what I'm trying to say.
Got it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So I'll make a motion to approve the following refunds. One to First Class Hardscape, 117 River Road, in the amount of $99.78. Two First Class Hardscape, 117 River Road, in the amount of $146.07. Three First Class Hardscape, 117 River Road, in the amount of $65.15. Four Chase Pendleton, 117 River Road, $61.81. Five Ally Financial, PO Box 71119, in the amount of $331.18. Six Melanie Balisano, PO Box 912, the amount of $170.80. Seven Stephanie Venuti, 47 Roberts Lane, in the amount of $380.45. And eight Stephanie Venuti, 47 Roberts Lane, in the amount of $349.74. Can I get a second?
Second, please.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next up, department reports. You have department reports showing the regular business of town. We also have our Board of Education representative, Lisa Connolly, in the room with us. So
Straight from the
Lisa,
Board of Ed meeting.
straight from the Board of Ed meeting. So if you'd like to give a presentation.
I have our update from our October meeting, Cougar Pride. HKIS Principal Eric Larson introduced the Marzano High Reliability School Certification Program, celebrating the school's achievement of Level 1 certification. The lead teacher, Heather Barse, and fourth grade teacher, Kathleen Egan, shared highlights of the work that led to this milestone and outlined next steps toward Level 2 certification. The board also was pleased to recognize the high school principal, Donna Hayward, for her election to the National Association of Secondary School Principals Board of Directors, and we presented her with a certificate of excellence. Our student representatives are back. Emma Giacone, who's now a senior. I've known both these kids since they were tiny, so. Junior Evan Berardino is our newest board liaison, student liaison. They reported on the following items from the high school. New Leadership Academy began in late October. The Drama Club presented the fall play of Granola Plate. PSAT testing happened on October 22nd. The A-team is meeting with Principal Hayward to discuss college plans and prep, field trips, recycling within the school, and homecoming was a success with about 80% of the student body in attendance. The superintendent's report, interim superintendent Smith attended a portion of the swim team's only home meet. If you recall, the diving blocks needed to be replaced. So in the interim, we don't have any diving blocks. So that's the only home meet, and they have all adapted very well to not having them. Superintendent Smith also recognized Director Chance Davis and CSS consultant Emily McLaughlin for their outstanding contributions in resolving the issues that had impacted district operations. We had a Google issue for quite some time that affected the entire district. And they spent, long hours alongside our technology team and successfully restored the district to full operational status. And they also gave us a presentation on a comprehensive 4-year technology infrastructure budgeting plan, which included an in-depth analysis of the district's current technology systems, identifying existing challenges and limitations. Director Davis outlined detailed recommendations to address these issues, emphasizing upgrades that will support both current and future instructional and operational needs across the district. Each recommendation was accompanied by projected costs by fiscal year to help the board assess the long-term financial impact. And obviously, all details of this can be found in the last month's meeting. We also have the ADM from both towns. This is the October 1st ADM by which we plan next year's budget. So the ADM is Haddon's total is exactly 1,000 students. Killingworth's is 674. The total is 1674, and also on this, I'll include last year's ADM. Haddon was 1,017 last year. Killingworth was 702. So it increased Killingworth's percentage. Last year we were 40.84. This year we're 40.26. So it's just a percentage of a percentage. Yeah. But enough to obviously make a difference financially. Fiscal quarterly update, Director Aceta gave us an update on the district's financial position, reviewing insurance, outplacement, transportation, paraeducator staffing accounts. She noted that the district will soon issue a request for RFP for transportation services to ensure competitive pricing. We also voted to extend our retention of our owner's representative services related to the high school project. Jack Buck of Arcadis presented the proposal, and the board voted to extend the contract for a total of $94,350 to be funded from the high school capital fund. We have a big leadership announcement at our October 28th special meeting. The board unanimously voted to appoint Patricia Sullivan Kowalski as the new RSD 17 superintendent of schools, effective December 1st. What's really nice is there will be a little bit of an overlap between our assistant superintendent and our new superintendent, so that he will be able to, help her get settled in her new position. The other announcement, which actually both of them took part in, is they hired Jennifer McCurdy as our new assistant superintendent to fill that role. And again, both of them were able to take part in that hiring process, which was nice. And the board was able to have an interview and a meeting. Obviously, we are not the ones who hire her. That this is the superintendent is, but we always have an interview and we get to meet her, and we're thrilled about both of them.
Thank you. It was very good.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I think it's just a clarifying question. I think you said there's an overlap. I think you said between the
Yeah.
interim.
I'm sorry, I meant the interim.
Got it.
Did I say
That's my
assistant?
fault.
My mistake. Yeah, so and I just spoke with the current assistant. I can't remember what he said. I believe that the interim assistant is the interim, I told you, I just had a very long meeting. The interim superintendent is here, I believe, through December, but he's away the second week of December. I just need to like.
Yeah,
call
There
him.
is an overlap.
yeah, there was an
There
overlap.
is
We
an
got it.
overlap,
There you
yes.
go.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Great.
Okay. All right, thank you. Appointments, we put out the call to all those whose terms are up, for the next year, 2 years.
Mhm.
We've gotten some back, many are choosing to serve again, and we're thankful for their time. There are a few who are deciding to step back, due to various time commitments, which is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
I want to be clear, people's time is important to them. We'll have a better understanding, at our next meeting.
Okay.
Thus far, the vast majority have re-upped. It's only,
Those aren't notated on here.
no, those are not notated on here.
Okay.
They've all gotten back, over the weekend,
Got
actually,
it.
so,
Got it.
we'll have an updated report of that for the next meeting.
Okay.
Budget report. Get monthly budget report. If you have any questions, Gina is also here with us. We provide any update that you so desire.
Mhm.
Hopefully. Unless you don't have any questions for Gina.
Fine.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, old
Here's
business.
haircut, by the way.
About a month ago, we received the bids for the turf field. Park and Rec discussed them at their last meeting. Their recommendation is to award Drainscapes the contract for Eric Hour landscaping, turf maintenance. So,
But for the 2026,
yes, for both years that were the 25, 26, and then 26, 27.
I thought that I was looking at a letter from Elizabeth that had it January 26. Let me grab it.
Okay. Hold on for 1 second.
Yeah.
As part of this, I'll just also mention that Park and Rec and Jim Duffield and I and Chris Mello had a meeting last Thursday to discuss what Public Works can do, what the capital needs might need to be done to move away from contracting out some of this work.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna happen in this fiscal year or the next.
Mhm.
Not crazy. I think that's a typo.
Are you looking at this that I have?
Yeah, see how it starts January 1st, 2026? Because I asked the question about what happens to the year that we're in,
Mhm.
and
All right,
I think she's confident, and
Okay.
that might have been what was in the RFP.
then what I can do is I can amend my motion, or I'll retract my motion. And I'll make a motion to award Drainscapes the contract for their bid.
Further bid. That, yeah.
I think so,
you guys can
right,
check.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
we'll
agree.
check.
I'm allowed to agree.
You're allowed to correct me, yeah.
Yeah. Further bid.
So that bid was exceedingly complicated, so.
Yeah.
Their second.
Just to clarify, further bid that was opened on October 4th, 2025.
Correct.
Second.
All right, thank you. Any further discussion? To continue the thought that I was having in the interim, we'll have conversations with the contractors who are doing all
town.
yeah, all the turf
Properties.
lawn maintenance, just to make them aware that we're moving in this direction. I believe I've spoken with Drainscapes in the past about this.
Okay.
But we'll follow up. With that said, any further questions? Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. moving on. Included once again is the multi-year plan. I want to keep this at the top of our minds as we move forward. Obviously, we just closed out a bunch of capital projects at our special meeting that we just, town meeting that we just had. Right now, as part of the discussion that I've had with, current and former fire chiefs, I would like to bring back at least part, if not most of that 400,000 roughly that we, closed out for the fire company Reno. Bring that back as architectural study and then look to go out to bid for that and formulate a building committee on that, in the next year. Just to keep that moving forward. One of the things that, having talked with our representatives about having a shovel-ready project is better for the perspective, from the perspective of trying to get federal funding. And so being able to say, okay, we have this plan, we have these next steps, we're gonna follow through on it. I think that will help defray a lot of the costs on that. So as we use our new budgeting system software, we'll plug that in for the upcoming budget cycle. With that said, do you have any
No,
comments?
that makes sense, just to get that. And we've talked about this, ad nauseam to try to
Yeah.
smooth these years out, right, with bids.
And I've had conversations with, a member of Harmony Farm Committee, member of, Fire Department, and Park and Rec last week, and Chris, down in Public Works about
Yeah.
firming up these capital plan projections, to include less undefined projects and really get at what the needs are.
If we need to bond, we need to bond, that's fine, but.
Yeah.
To smooth it out.
And that's part of the discussion that Board of Finance is having. Okay. This is a light
Yeah.
meeting agenda.
Yes, no.
So moving on to 2026 budget, that is swiftly coming upon us. The committees have all, no, the committees have not received their request for budget. But we'll be sending that out beginning of December. And as I just said, talking about capital funding, we want to kind of lead with that to get the full view of what our future needs are going to be. And then kind of work in that direction.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. And maybe this is a question for Gina. I don't know if you sort of do this every, you go out and ask for all this information from all these departments. And maybe this is a path you walked before. Is there a way like to get everyone to use like a standardized form? Because you send them all, which I really appreciate, but some come in like letter of prose form, some are really organized spreadsheets, and some are a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it
I
would
don't
really be nice if it was
No,
a nice,
Well,
everyone
what's
used a
What's
standardized.
gonna happen,
wants and
hopefully,
needs
is
form.
that the software that we bought will be able to, we can upload and attach images of what they submitted, but the data will be in a much more unified presentation, because you'll be able to see it.
Mhm.
So I think it's gonna
It's gonna get
be
better.
easier on
Okay.
the eyes for you
That
to,
would be helpful.
right. But I felt, I felt, there were years where I took their information and I changed it to fit our format, but sometimes that worked against the situation because that's not what they asked for. And so I made a point of actually saving actual submissions and torturing you with the actual submissions out of respect for the work that they did.
Sure.
So, and I haven't gone through this process yet completely with ClearGov's, but I anticipate it being easier
Okay,
and more uniform when it comes to the point where you're looking.
what
at
I
it.
look at
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
Also part of that, the next board as it meets, one of our first actions will be one, to look at the calendar for the 2026 year. And two, talk about how we want to handle budget this year. Do we want to have special meetings or do we want to do regular meetings?
Got it.
Give ourselves a little bit more flexibility.
Mhm.
Really want to press for that multi-year to be the first exercise. Capital needs and the multi-year.
Okay.
And we've given it a lot of, I don't want to say lip service, but we've asked every year for
Yeah.
that to be the case. And every year it's not.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
the Director of Public Works is already working with Brian on this ClearGov software to put his capital requests in along with images and
Okay,
so that one's gonna go well. The next one I'll talk to would be probably Park and Rec to see what they have in mind, and the fire company. The fire
Yeah.
company's gonna be. But
Talking
we've
with-
actually got somebody who's being our guinea pig as a contributor and putting his requests into the system, so.
2 points. Brian, Winchell is our tax clerk / floater, for those who
Right.
don't know. He's fantastic.
Great.
Has a real interest in the finance side of things, and
Okay.
so we're taking advantage of that.
And two, speaking with the fire company, they expect their capital needs to be lighter this year, upcoming year. That said,
But we gotta get them to do the 10
put it all
years.
in, yeah.
got it.
But yeah, I kind of tried to hammer that home. And I know I'll be meeting with some of their representatives continuously to hammer the point home that we need a better, firmer capital planning.
Yeah, and so Parmalee, Park and Rec, Fire Company, and then the board stepchild of the, the overall facility.
Oh, yeah, town hall, yeah. Yeah, I think that falls, okay, so I'm gonna also point to and I'm gonna inherit Lou's old, what is it, axe to grind?
Which was.
What is the difference between, operating maintenance
Yeah.
and capital?
Yeah.
And you have to have
Yeah.
budget
Yeah.
for operating maintenance, and then you have your capital, and that falls under operating maintenance, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But as we saw with the ramp, repairs sometimes get away from us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
There is no new business. So we're up to public comment.
Nancy Gorski, congratulations to you both. I'm looking forward to working with you. Not this, well, I guess it'll be the meeting after next. Or
No,
this-
next meeting.
Next meeting.
Yeah.
Next meeting. And let me know if I need to sign checks.
Yeah, you're gonna need to sign some, you need to become a signer in the eyes of the bank. So I've got some papers that you have to
Okay.
sign between the 4 little corners.
Yeah. So by all means, I'm looking forward to it.
And I think Elizabeth's already starting to work on getting you an email address.
Yes.
Yeah, she did mention that.
All right. Is there anybody else with public comment? Anybody online? Going once, going twice, hearing none. Selectmen.
Thank you, not much. I just, he's not here this evening, but Eric Nunez, I just wanna, for the record, thank him for the work, the work that he's done for the past 2 years. I really enjoyed working with him. He was very thoughtful, in everything we discussed and everything we debated. So I truly want to thank him for the time that I spent with him and his service to the town, and hopefully he continues with that service to the town. And I too want to congratulate Nancy for your well-run election. So, and I do look forward to working with you too. So I look forward to it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I'll echo what you said, Joel. It was a pleasure working with Eric.
Guess what?
Hi, Eileen. Could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. And I also look forward to working with you as well, Nancy. I'm sorry that Eric couldn't be here tonight. I cut him off last time, telling him that we had one more meeting, so.
Yeah.
That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. With that said, I'll cover one last little bit of business because it didn't really fit anywhere. And also because the governor called a special legislative session just on Friday, which was after we posted the agenda. So the legislature is going to be meeting on Wednesday and Thursday, House on Wednesday, Senate on Thursday, to go over some items. The biggest two are, housing. They released the language for, to replace HB 5002, which the governor vetoed, earlier in the summer. It seems to take a more carrot approach to housing amongst the state. It also has greater involvement from the COGS. My understanding from discussions with River COGS executive director Sam Gold is that the COGS were very heavily involved in this, as were CCM and cost. So it looks a lot better for municipalities. Still tries to handle housing and relieve us of the housing crunch, but more carrot than stick, it seems. And also, the other big thing is the legislature will be meeting to temporarily raise the rainy day fund cap by about $500 million. And their intent thus far is to use that $500 million to offset some of the federal cuts that we've seen. So we'll see how Wednesday and Thursday go. There are some other items in it, but those are sort of tangential. With that, though, and there being no further business, look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks, and I will adjourn us at 7:57 p.m. Thank you.
That's good.